What's good? This is JVB representing SPD, and that is sportsperdiem.com. Congratulations to LeBron James, man. Let's all have a moment of silence and congratulate LeBron James. Thank you. On passing Michael Jeffrey Jordan on the NBA all-time scorings list. Congratulations, LeBron. Congratulations on passing MJ on the all-time scoring list. Congratulations. But you will never be the greatest of all time because that position is already locked up, and is locked up by, you guessed it, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And I'm going to get it out the way right now. I am a Chicago Bulls fan, yes. Although I didn't watch all of Michael's career, I was able to watch the last 3 years of his Bulls career. LeBron James is a great player. He is an all-time great player. There's no doubt about it. And I believe a lot of people who hate on him, because I don't hate on him, but a lot of people that hate on him, they're going to regret 5, 10 years down the line, 15 years. They're going to look back and say, damn, I should have gave him the due that he deserved when he was playing, because he's a once-in-a-generational player. As much as we all want to tout and be happy about Zion Williamson before he comes into the league, we don't know what Zion's going to be. We don't know if he's going to be the player LeBron James is, the player that he's compared to quite often. We don't know if he's a transcendent star like that, because that's rarefied air. Like Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, that's rarefied air. They're in a whole different stratosphere. But yes, I get it. LeBron passes Michael Jordan in yet another statistic. Congratulations. That's fantastic. But Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. If you sum up Michael Jordan's career and you sum up LeBron James' career, even though it's still going, but let's just say if you sum up his career up to this point, or through this season at least, Michael Jordan's had the greatest career. Michael Jordan is the greater player. Yes, numbers are beautiful. Statistics are awesome. But we need to start realizing that these two men played in two completely different eras, man. MJ got calls, no doubt about it. But MJ was also beat the fuck up so many times. And over time, he gained that respect, and he got those calls eventually. Now they have the hand check fouls, and they call flagrant twos if you sneeze on the motherfucker. Like, the league is way more star-driven now than it was back then. And speaking of stars, you didn't have guys teaming up, forming super teams. You know who truly started that? LeBron with D-Wade and Chris Bosh in 2010. When he and Chris Bosh took their talents down to Miami with D-Wade, they were the first super team. And I don't want to hear like people say, man, how about them Boston Celtics, man? In 2008, they formed a super team? Nah, bro. Nah, they didn't. They did tank the year before. They tanked, and they got a top 5 draft pick. And guess what Danny Ainge did? Danny Ainge was like, okay, we have a star player. We got Paul Pierce. And he's not the best player in the league. He's not, even at that time, he probably wasn't even the top 10 player in the league. Probably like 15, in that 15-20 range. Let's add some pieces around him because he's been a great Celtic. And let's try to win. Let's try to win a championship. So what did they do? They drafted Jeff Green, and they traded Jeff Green to Seattle for Ray Allen, another aging veteran. He was in the league for over a decade by then. Ray Allen, he was drafted in 96. And then they got the coup de grace, the big fish, or should I say the big ticket, in KG. They had a really, really good young player named Al Jefferson. Remember him? He was the centerpiece. They sent him along with other players, including Gerald Green, who's still in the league now, but he was a first-round pick coming out of high school as well with a lot of potential. And they sent those guys to Minnesota to get Kevin Garnett. It wasn't no shit like we at the All-Star game or we at the Olympics and we just chopping it up and we talking about, man, how cool would it be if we all just teamed up, take over the fucking league? It wasn't anything like that in 2008 with the Celtics. LeBron started that. And it's funny that LeBron created the super team, but now it's biting him in the ass. You peeping that? Yes. His team came back from 3-1 a few years ago, and they beat the Golden State Warriors, who won 73 games that season. I tip my hat off to him. I'm not knocking him. That was a great performance by LeBron and a great performance from Kyrie Irving, who hit the game-winning shot in Game 7 in the first place. But I digress. But LeBron created this monster. He created these super teams. But I'm not sure if LeBron didn't do what he did with Chris Bosh and D-Wade in 2010, that there will be super teams. Guys would probably want to go at each other's heads. But it ain't like that. It ain't like that anymore. It's not like when Michael Jordan was with the Bulls, or when Larry Bird was with the Celtics, or Magic was with the Lakers. Karl Malone and John Stockton with the Jazz. Hakeem and Clyde with the Houston Rockets. It's not like that anymore. And yeah, I know teams like the Celtics and the Lakers, they were stacked. They were stacked. They had a lot of great players. But they got those players via the draft. They weren't going out signing all kinds of free agents and shit. The majority of those players that helped those teams win championships were drafted. Same thing with Michael and the Bulls. They traded their draft pick back in, I believe, 87. They traded for Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen became a great player. But it wasn't just off the rip, Scottie Pippen a great player, now I got Scottie with me. No, Scottie had to grow. MJ had to grow. But nowadays with these super teams, it's just like microwavable dinners and shit. You just throw it in real quick, bam, there you go. You got a super team. But kudos to LeBron. You know, they won 2 NBA championships together, even though LeBron didn't show up when they needed him the most sometime. Think about it. Think about the times LeBron disappeared. Think about the times LeBron was too passive. LeBron oftentimes didn't want that pressure. And I don't want to hear like, oh, man, he's setting them up. They wide open. You are supposed to be the best player in the league, and you want to be the greatest of all time. You got to take fucking shots, man. And yeah, I know MJ passed up a couple shots himself back in the day. But more times than not, he took that shot. And more times than not, he made that shot. Hell, even when he passed up the shot, most notably back in the 93 finals when John Paxson hit the game-winning 3, and then again in the 97 finals when he passed the ball up to Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr hit the game-winning shot, securing another title. So yeah, MJ passed up some shots a couple times, but for the most part, he took those shots because he had that mentality from the get-go. I'm going to hit the game-winning shot. I'm going to put this team on my back, and we're going to win this game. We're going to win this championship. That's how MJ was, always. And LeBron never had that killer instinct. A freak of nature, absolutely. Who's the more athletic player? Yes, LeBron. Yeah, LeBron is a freak of nature. To still be doing it at his age, as long as he's been in the league, I commend him. Longevity does play a part as well. I give him credit for that. But he is not the greatest. The greatest is Michael Jordan, period. And I know plenty of people are going to disagree as much as people are going to agree with me. It's all subjective. That's all it is. So if you're listening to this right now, yeah, you may disagree. You may think LeBron's the greatest of all time. And that's cute and that's nice, but my opinion, Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Okay, real quick, let's do some role reversal right now. Let's say MJ played in this era and LeBron played in the previous era. How do you think it'll go? How do you think each guy would be if they played in each other's era? Let's say LeBron played back in the day where you can knock a motherfucker head off and you'll probably just get a technical foul. Probably just get a common foul. What if LeBron played like that back in the day? And we know how LeBron is. He's a great player. He's a freak of nature. He's one of the greatest of all time. But he is Hollywood as hell. He is an actor beyond belief. The flopping he do, come on now. He gonna have to be a lot more tougher than he is on that court now. I know that for sure. With his size and his athleticism, I know damn well I'm not going to say LeBron will be a scrub because he won't. He'll be one of the best players in the league. Whereas if Michael Jordan's playing in this league right now, come on, man. He averaged 30 points in his career. He played in 1,072 games, which is actually less than LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Karl Malone, the 4 guys that are now ahead of him on the all-time scoring list. He scored easier than any other perimeter player that played this game. He averaged 30 points a game for his career. Just imagine with the hand check fouls and how the officials treat the superstar players. Yeah, the officials helped out Michael a lot back in the day. No doubt about it. But it's times 2 now. It's times 2 or 3, baby. Michael Jordan will average 45 points a game in this era because he's cerebral. You know what he gonna do? He gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna expand my range. I'm gonna become a better 3-point shooter. I already can drive to the hole. I already can finesse with the best of them. Or I can boom on their ass if I want to. If they breathe on me, I'm gonna be at the free throw line. I'm good. So he gonna be averaging 45 points a game, right? And it is realistic because Kobe averaged like 37, 38 points in 2006. And James Harden damn near averaging 37 points right now. So MJ could realistically be averaging 45 in a season. No doubt about it. But man, come on. LeBron is not Michael Jordan. They are 2 different players. But man, that's what's going to happen. MJ going to average 45 points a game. He going to be averaging around 40 points a season. And even in this day and age with super teams, they're going to be taking 50% discounts and shit to play with Michael Jordan. And I know personality-wise, Michael Jordan wasn't easy to get along with either. He was a diva, just like LeBron. But there's a difference. There's a cerebral nature that Michael has that LeBron doesn't. Kobe had it too. I'll give him credit. Kobe had that cerebral nature as well. Like, even though Michael was a diva, everybody knew that he was just a crazy fucking competitor. He took in basketball like he breathed air, like he drank water. That's how Michael looked at basketball. He was an ultra competitor. And I love that. And I love that mentality that Kobe had throughout his career, especially towards the end of his career. It's not about tampering with superstar players around the league and trying to get them to come to the team and be traded to the team. No. It's about winning with what you have. And we seeing it right now with LeBron. Look at the Lakers. The Lakers fell off a cliff. All those young guys, though, they don't want to play with LeBron. Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma. Those guys don't want to play with him. But yeah, this is going to be the first year in about 1 billion years that LeBron ain't going to be in the playoffs. Because they ain't making the playoffs. And they done with. But you never saw a Chicago Bulls team with MJ fall off the face of the earth like that. Have teammates that hated him and didn't want to play with him. He had some, and he got into it with some. But they knew that he wasn't going to try to trade them. He wasn't going to try to have them released. He was going to go to every practice and play every game like his life depended on it. You didn't see him just chilling watching guys run the offense. LeBron James looks for respect. Michael Jordan demanded respect. These are 2 completely different players. So enough of all the comparisons. And it's not even worth comparing the 2 players. How many times this man's been in the finals? And how many times has he lost? How many times have MJ been in the finals? And how many times have he lost? Let's stop. Let's just stop. Let's stop comparing the 2. LeBron is an all-time great. No fucking doubt about it. I used to be a LeBron hater back in the day, but I put all that to the side, man. I respect his game. He is an all-time great. He is a freak of nature. He is the greatest stat collector in the history of this game. But he isn't the greatest. He will not be, nor will he ever be, Michael Jordan. If you agree with me or you disagree with me, hey, let me know down below. And I greatly appreciate you listening. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take it easy. God bless. Peace.